are at Travis High School and we are doing the No Place for Hate Week, I guess, ceremony. No Place for Hate is a week that I think every school should have, and it helps others grow together, and it helps kind of highlight what we should and shouldn't be doing.
No Place for Hate really teaches a lot about tolerance, it teaches a lot about patience, and it teaches a lot about understanding.
No Place for Hate Week, we had a Spirit Week, and Monday was Mismatch Monday because we're all different. Tuesday was Two Different Shoes Tuesday because you're walking in someone else's shoes. Wednesday is Wear Your Clothes Inside Out because we're worn the inside. Thursday is Class Colors, which is representing, and Friday is Free Hug Friday. We set up signs and we had people signing a treaty for No Place for Hate, saying that they weren't going to bully.
One of the things the students did, they all wrote essays and letters regarding their thoughts on bullying. They talked personally about whether they were bullied or not, but more importantly, they talked about solutions. And I think sometimes we don't often listen to our students enough in terms of just understanding where they might come from. I think sometimes we often believe that we have the answers. And I think No Place for Hate really taught our students a lot about paying more attention to the other person and not necessarily to their own issues and problems. I think one thing also with signing a resolution of respect, it taught our students that it was important to respect someone else. I think No Place for Hate, as mentioned during all of the discussion during the week and throughout the presentations, is that we want to teach people to be tolerant. But the most important thing about being tolerant is first having a conversation. And so No Place for Hate opened up the window for students to have conversations. Building on that, we now have what we call a peer mediation program where students like Emily Latimer are actually going to be serving as peer mediators for students who are seeking a voice for someone else.
I think as a student, it means a lot to me to be able to talk about that kind of stuff because, as I mentioned, when I was being bullied, nobody really talked about it and I felt like I was alone and I didn't really know what to do. And my friends hadn't been bullied, so they just were like, brush it off your shoulder. But then when they started getting bullied, I was, trying to be there for them because I knew what it was like. And I think it's great to be able to talk about it because not everybody wants to talk about it. But when you're comfortable talking about it, I think it's really helpful to others. I believe that talking about it is going to open up doors that have been closed for a while.
Good morning. Thank you all for being here this early morning here at Travis High School. And this is an extremely important initiative for us, and this is one that we're very proud of as our district is moving in this direction of a No Place for Hate. It's one that we know that we're the premier urban district in the country that's taken on this initiative, this huge initiative that's really brought our 129 campuses together, our entire district together in this important initiative of really creating safe environments where our families, our students, our teachers and staff, one that we can be proud of, that can create safe, welcoming, and great environments for all our kids. So I'm going to kick us off by first welcoming Dr. James. Dr. James is working us with Eastside. He's doing a great job there with our health science, our program there at Eastside, connecting them with Houston Tilson. So without further ado, Dr. James.
Thank you very much. First of all, I want to say good morning, and I am Dr. Sanford James, Coordinator for Health Sciences at Eastside Memorial High School. Dr. Cruz, as usual, and Dr. Mathias is That's right, we Panther Pride here. No Place for Hate. It is an initiative that we did take on at Eastside Memorial High School, and as the coordinator for health sciences, one of the things that we try to convey within our program is the need for our students to actually understand a lot more about tolerance, particularly as it relates to patients, as it relates to residents, and it made perfect sense for me to take on the No Place for Hate project for the last couple of years at Eastside. And I think without a doubt, the program itself has blossomed, and I think more importantly, the inclusion of having students actually take the leadership for the program to really create a sense of, as he mentioned before, create a school of tolerance, and more importantly, a school where students truly understand that we are going to be a no place for hate. Very fortunate this year that the program was headed up by Emily Latimer, a student who's in our health science program. She did a fantastic job of leading our program for the No Place for Hate Week, as well as implementing some very effective policies so that students understood what we were talking about and why we are at Eastside at No Place for Hate. So I'm going to bring Emily Latimer up right now, and she's going to do what she normally does, which is do a fantastic job of showing you why students in AISD are the best students in the state of Texas.
Good morning, everyone. I hope you're all having a great day. I'm here to talk about No Place for Hate Week at Eastside Memorial High School. My name is Emily Latimer. I'm now a current senior at Eastside Memorial. I am on the cheerleading team, I'm in band, and I'm a very academic person. I love helping others and being a leader, and I do it any chance I get. Now, back in fall of 2014, in my intro to health science class, our teacher, Dr. James, said that we were going to do a class project. He started reading out options like planting a garden, and then he said, No Place for Hate Week, and I was like, whoa, No Place for Hate Week? Okay. And I said that we had to do that one. Now, some of you might be wondering, why is she so excited about doing a no bullying project? Why does she care so much? Well, bullying is something that has impacted my life. When I was in middle school, I started getting bullied, and I still do care and did care about what other people said about me. At first, it wasn't so bad, and then it started to get worse, and none of my friends were there for me because they didn't understand it. And then in 7th grade, some of my friends started getting bullied, and I was really upset about it, and I decided to take a stand. So in 7th, 8th, and 9th grade, I did no bullying projects. Then in 10th grade, I moved to New Mexico and started getting bullied, and so I wrote about it in a research paper and an essay. Then I moved to Eastside and got this amazing opportunity. I really wanted to get everyone involved and informed about the week. So we came up with Spirit Days. Monday was Mismatch Monday because we're all different. Tuesday was 2 different shoes, walk in someone else's shoes. Wednesday is wear your clothes inside out because words hurt more on the inside. Thursday was representing your class colors, and Friday was Free Hug Friday. We also did morning announcements with words of the day, as well as having everyone sign a pledge to not bully. No Place for Hate Week helped me get the word out for No Place for Hate, and helped me make me feel like I wasn't alone in the fight. I believe No Place for Hate Week helped the students by informing them about bullying, as well as lending out a helping hand to those who were afraid to ask for it before, as well as letting people know that things will get better and that they have people to go to get help. Thank you for your time. Please welcome Penny Cassie.
No Place for Hate means so much to me because I myself was also bullied in middle school, and being bullied is the worst. I hated it, and knowing that other students have been bullied just makes me sad. Just talking about it making me sad. I participated in a day of silence, which is a day which you are silent the whole entire day to support lesbians, gays, bis, transgenders, and everything. And you're silent the whole day to support them. Me and my friend Ava, who participated, and some kids were like, "Why are you silent?" And I'm like, "Read the sign, people." And they're like, "Oh yeah, I'll do that too." And they're like, it's not a joke. Take it seriously. There are a lot of people out there who feel lonely and don't feel like they have no one there to support them. So I feel like, I have a lot of friends who I support, and I'm like, woo. And and that means a lot to me. Also, No Place for Hate is like a huge thing towards the athletic program, which I'm a part of as a volleyball and tennis player. And we talk about being a family and respecting others, your parents and women and children and your brothers and sisters. And we talk about how when new students come to Travis, that athletes should be the first people to go up to them and say, "Hey, welcome to Travis," and show them around. I actually did that with one of the choir students which I'm also in choir. And that was kind of fun, just to walk around, meet new students, talk to people, even and especially if if you're not friends with anybody, don't have a huge grudge against them. Just let it go. Even if they're not your favorite person, try to get along with them and try to be there, even if they're not the nicest person. Be kind to them, always be nice and not to be disrespectful. Especially if you have an enemy, still be the best person you could be. Even if they make you sad, just keep your head high and be there. And now I'd like to present Ava, my bestie.
Good morning. My name is Ava Gorecki, and I am a sophomore at Travis High School. Go Rebels. No Place for Hate means a lot to me in so many ways, from Peace Through Pies to our proud GSA. Being in the LGBT community myself, I find acceptance within my student body. It's amazing because that's not always the case. Even if it's not bullying for that reason, it is for others, and I know because I've been bullied my whole life. I participate in Day of Silence, but next year I want to speak and advocate as loud as I can. I will express my ideas and not hide, because No Place for Hate protects and supports me as a human, as me. Everybody deserves a chance, don't you think?
I want to thank our students so much. When we think about why do we do this in a school system that's so large that you can sort of get lost in the system with 85,000 students at 129 campuses. And I want to thank you, Dr. James and Emily and Ava and Penny, for your strong words about acceptance. And when we think about why do we do it, I think we just witnessed why. Because it matters. Because every single student we know deserves an equal life chance. Every single student and every staff member needs to be able to work and learn in a safe environment. And we need to make sure that we're working towards that every single day. I know that's challenging, and I know it's difficult. These are all sort of relationships, and it's sort of working and human element and all those things that are there, but it's important. I think it's important because that's what we represent in Austin ISD. We are about acceptance. We're about high expectations for all. All means all, not just a few. That's everybody, right? And that we treat others with respect. And there's sometimes, I think I like what, in Penny's words, I think I was reading between the lines, when you don't get everything you want, or you want to change this, or you're mad at somebody, I think the message was, get over it, right? Something along those lines, right? I think it's important. I have to do that sometimes too. I got to get over it. Let it go. It's okay, because there's a big target out there, and it's about creating this culture of excellence, of innovation. It's about making sure that everybody feels welcome in a school and in a community. Every single student deserves, and we expect that they will have an equal life chance. I know it's challenging, but that's the fun work. And I want to thank you all for being here today, because this is what I think embodies Austin ISD. It's about excellence, it's about all, and it's about high expectations for all of our youngsters. And thank you, students, for being here today to represent that. Thank you so much. We can also applaud for them as well. I'd also like to thank the different individuals who put this together. Angela, where are you? And your team. Please, I know Beverly's part of this. Angela's been part of this. Well, I do want to thank you all for your hard work and your determination. I also want to thank an individual who was with us close to midnight last night in many, many meetings, volunteer hours of his work. I want to thank the secretary of our board, Dr. Jamie Matthias, who again represents excellence, represents acceptance. And just by his being here today, we know that this is important to him. And thank you, Dr. Matthias, for being here. It means a lot to us in Austin ISD. We certainly appreciate you. Again, thanks to all of you, and I'd like a picture with everybody so we can actually show the entire country that we are a No Place for Hate district and really what it truly represents. So with that, again, thank you all for your time, thank you for your leadership, and we're going to continue with our presentation.
We're really proud that we have this designation again for the 2014-2015 school year, and it's our AISD Central Office No Place for Hate. Because as one of the things Dr. Cruz said, we're trying to create a culture here of innovation, excellence, acceptance, tolerance, and welcoming. And it starts with, if we don't do that at central office and we don't model that for all the rest of our campuses, then they're just meaningless words. So that's why this is so important. Thank you all.
My name is Renee LaFair, and I have the honor of being the Regional Director for the Anti-Defamation League. How many of y'all know that the No Place for Hate initiative is part of the Anti-Defamation League? Okay, that's good. Lots of hands. Now you know, if you didn't. At ADL, we want you to know that No Place for Hate is really about partnerships. It's about building solid and respectful relationships between children, between teachers and students, between colleagues within a school, between administrators and counselors, and everyone else in between. It's about raising the level of thought, discourse, and conversation in schools. There is no doubt that what AISD has accomplished today is monumental. I hope you know that. Not only for your district, but for each school and child that walks your halls, as we saw examples of. It represents commitment and dedication to inclusiveness, understanding, and emotional and physical safety in our most revered of spaces, schools. And I'd like to mention, like Dr. Cruz did, 4 people who were really instrumental from our perspective, who really helped us on our end. The first, of course, is Dr. Cruz, who has provided leadership and commitment to No Place for Hate, without whom we wouldn't be doing this, so we appreciate that. Mel Waxler, I don't know if many of you know him, but he has kind of been an early and constant champion of No Place for Hate. Angela Ward and her team, who kind of makes everything happen. We really appreciate that. And one more person, I don't know if you know, Megan Flowers, ADL's own project director, who has made it really happen in Austin. She has, I think, single-handedly made Austin a better place. And I hate to say this, but she's moving to our ADL office in Seattle at the end of the month. So I want to acknowledge her. Without all of you, without these 4, without your teams, without the counselors and teachers and students and our collective effort, we couldn't celebrate this. So it's an extraordinary partnership, and for that I'm grateful. Together, I want everyone to know we are building a better Austin by investing in one child at a time, one class at a time, one grade at a time, one school at a time, and one central office at a time. You do the work every day. We are honored to support and partner with you, and we look forward to growing together in the future and supporting whatever it is that you need in this area. And finally, if you have more great No Place for Hate stories, we want to know about them, because that is really inspiring to us and it helps us continue with our work. Thank you so much. Thank you.
And thank you for those kind words. And again, I'd like to reiterate what Renee was saying is one of the things that we're trying to really project out is tell your story loudly so that you can inspire other people and we can get the word out there. So with that, I want to thank you all for coming this morning. I think we're going to try and bring our campuses. Angela, we're going to bring our campuses on board the stage and take a nice picture here with Dr. Cruz and Dr. Matthias. And so if the campuses can start making their way this way. And thank you all so much for coming this morning.
It's okay to not be okay, and that you shouldn't be afraid to be different, and that things are going to get better, and you shouldn't be afraid to ask for help. I think more people should be talking about anti-bullying because it's something that is a world problem and that we need to talk about, and we need to tell people what to do and what not to do.
The most important aspect of No Place for Hate is listening to students, because they're the ones who they're going to discuss the bullying. They're going to discuss, more importantly, solutions. They also talk a lot about tolerance, and maybe perhaps we can learn something from them. So I think the fact that AISD is the most active supporter of the No Place for Hate campaign really speaks volumes about the unique qualities of the city and the district.